Good morning, everyone. Let me clear my screen. So I've started all the applications and I just wanted to go through the existing screens, the two screens that I have designed. So let me log in. So here, if I just go through this one, so probably I will just add other couple of screens. So this is a screen. Okay. So this is the checkout screen and I have not prepared the Razor Payment Gateway Integration Act. So this is the only screen that I have designed. So this is very much easy. I will just walk you through the code. But before that, I just wanted to explain some of the things over here. So I just wanted to go back to the restaurants. So here, if you just see the existing code over here, so we do have something called a login, right? So auth. So this is where we are actually, logging through the API gateway, correct? So this 8765 is a API gateway. So if I just go through this API gateway, so I have registered all the services that we required so far. So here, if you can just see, there is a user service. So for the user service, I have not added any filter because user service is the service which has to be called at any cost with the for the login and for the sign up, right? So here, sign up functionality is not yet implemented. You can implement it now, but this user service has to be called before adding any of the filters. But if we are just going to use the restaurants or the payments or the orders, right? So we just have to use the authentication filter. Why? Because if you just go to the authentication filter, this authentication filter is expecting you to pass a header, right? So if you just hit this API gateway, it will be actually checking for the HTTP headers, whether it has an authorization or not. So how we are going to send the authorization token every time, except for user service, right? So if you just see the user service, so here we are actually making a call to this API, the login API, by passing this request, right? So this request is a auth request, so which will be containing the username and the password, correct? So if you just go to this, so there is a pipe operator, so where it has a catch error. These all are RxJS operators. So once you do a post, and if you just get any of the errors, you can actually do it inside a pipe operator. So inside this pipe operator, you have something called a catch error block. So you can actually return whatever you want. If you just want to throw an error, you can throw invalid credentials in case of 401 if the credentials are invalid, or an unexpected error to any of the servers, right? So if the service is down or whatever it is basically going to throw any unexpected error from the Angular application, or you can actually console log this to the console error itself. Okay. So now, once we do this, right? So whenever we are going to make a HTTP call, I have actually registered one interceptor, which is an auth interceptor. I'll just show you what it actually does. So this auth is interceptor, right? So it is going to implement the HTTP interceptor, and this HTTP interceptor is basically from the common HTTP package of Angular. Okay. So now what I'm doing over here. So if you recognize it properly, we were having this auth service. We have written this code long back, correct? So setting the username to the local storage of the token and all these kind of things, right? So we are actually setting the token, we are actually setting the username, we are actually getting the username, get token is logged in. All these things are there, but we were not using it. Okay, so how I am using it right now. So if you just see it over here, so inside the auth service.ts, we have something called a HTTP client.post, right? And here, what I'm just actually doing, I'm just making a API call. That's it. But here, whenever I do a API call, this interceptor will be called for each and every HTTP request. Okay. So first of all, what it actually does, right? So initially, if you see the auth service, no getters will work. If you just see this get token, initially there is no, there is nothing inside the local storage, right? If I just show it to you right now, if I just sign out, if I just log in with my credential, so there is something called application, and here you can see the local storage, right? So here in the local storage, there is nothing right now, but when I log in, okay, can you see this? Now I do have right now this token. Can you see this? This is the token which has been set as a username, token, all these things. Why I'm setting it is because during the login, I just have to recognize the username as well as the token also, because that token has to be passed for subsequent requests, right? So if you just see this network call, and if you just see this all, right? So to this one, we are actually setting our token. Can you see this? And the request headers, I have this bearer and I have this whole token. So whenever we are going to log in, right? For the first login request, initially it is going to check. So interceptor is a component which will be called for every client call. So what it actually does is, let's say initially it will not be having the token, because for login mechanism, it doesn't need a token first, right? So initially the token will not be there. So so if the token is not there, right? So what happens over here, we are going to navigate to one page, which is something called service unavailable. So I have actually made this service unavailable component because let me show that to you as well. This is a simple, nothing is there, no code is there, just a plain image which shows service unavailable. Okay. Hmm. So let me tell you what happens over here. So if the token is present over here, this block will get executed. And if there is no token, then probably it will go to the catch error block and it is going to redirect the user to the service unavailable status. Now let's see. I just wanted to go to the screen and I just wanted to sign out. And let's say initially, I just wanted to stop the API gateway, because API gateway is the central path for our application in order to reroute the request to the respective services. I just wanted to stop this service for now. Stop it. Okay. Now the Hunger Savior API gateway has been stopped. Now, if I just log in, okay, if I just log in to the portal, now what happens? Since there is no API gateway, the proper message to be shown to the end user is 503 service unavailable status. That means the user understands that the service is still not available, so he need to log in again, right? After some period of time. So now what happens? Now let's say I just wanted to start this Hunger Savior API gateway again. So let me start it. So once it starts, just wait for some period of time, and then probably you can retry it again. So it will log into the portal. Can you see this? But when you log in, right? So when you log in again, so here this interceptor will be called for each and every request. That means for each and every request in the sense for each and every HTTP call, right? So now let's see what happens if I just go to this auth component.ts. There is nothing over here because we have not written anything. So let me go to this dashboard component.ts. And here I'm just checking that if inject of auth service.is logged in. So what is happening over here, first of all, right? So in the auth interceptor, if you see the second line of statement, get token is empty, correct? But if the token is empty, we are actually performing this particular step. That means we are setting the bearer and the token value like this, dollar, open brace and closed brace. But if we are not able to find a token, then probably what we are going to do, we are actually forwarding the request to the actual service that we need without appending the bearer token. That's the only purpose of this. Okay. So next dot handle means it is going to clone this particular request, and then it is going to apply a pipe operator. So normally I have applied a pipe operator of no use because we are not doing anything over here. But that's simple. So if you just wanted to log or the response or whatever it is, you can log it over here. And if you don't want over here, you can just simply return here like this. That doesn't matter. Okay. So that's the only thing. So now what is happening? So if you just go to this one, we are actually rerouting the user to the service unavailable page whenever the service is unavailable. That means, let's say, if the user is going to log in, he is going to see this restaurants, right? So now let's say I just wanted to sign out and I just wanted to stop only the restaurant service for now. I'll just stop only the restaurant service, right? So when I stop the restaurant service, do you know what is happening here? So if I just stop the restaurant service, the user will be able to successfully logged in, but he will not be able to call the restaurant service. Restaurant service is also a service, right? So probably if you just see it over here, I just wanted to log in, right? It is unavailable. And if you see this network, see, for the login, it was successful, it was 200, okay. But for the restaurants API, it was saying that the service is not available, right? Only problem that we are going to see over here, let me sign out over here, and then I just wanted to go to this one. And if you just go to this dashboard, right? So here we are having this auth service dot is logged in. So where is this is logged in is getting set, right? So here we are actually setting the set token somewhere, correct? If you just see it over here, we are calling the set token in the login component.ts, right? So here, whenever we are going to call this login method, right? So it is going to return with some observable data. Observable means until unless we subscribe, we will not be getting the response. Okay. So here I just wanted to go back. Now, if I just wanted to see this response, right? So we are going to receive a response from the user service that the user is successfully able to log in. And we are going to set the token by calling this auth service dot set token of v dot token. Because v is the actual response. Inside that, we are going to have one token property, which is a key, and the value we are going to take in the as v dot token. And also I'm setting the username because username is really required whenever we are going to make orders, right? So let's say there are 3 or 4 different users or 10 different users or X different users, then probably whenever the user is going to log into the portal, then probably they are going to make an entry for the order related to the user. That means if we are ordering something, then we need to save the username also along with that particular order because we need to identify which user has ordered this particular items from the restaurant, right? So there has to be a username or a user ID that has to be tagged to the order as well as for the payment ID also. So we will see that in a bit. Okay. So now if the user is successfully logged in, then probably we are going to use this router. So this router is actually injected over here. This is a router from Angular, and we are going to inject that to the constructor, and then we are going to navigate the user to the restaurants. Again, there is a navigation to the restaurants page. And if you see the restaurants URL right over here in the dashboard, so this is actually going to display the restaurant list component. So here again, in the initialization part of it, right? So here again, we are going to make a call to our restaurants page, right? So which is a backend API to get all the data of the restaurants itself, right? So again, we are making a call to the restaurants. It means if you just see this 8765 restaurants forward slash all, then let me start this application again. Let me start the restaurant service. Okay. So now if you just see it over here, if the application is getting started, and then again, if you see it from the API, right? So there is a auth interceptor. So here, every time, whenever we are going to make a HTTP call, it is going to check whether the auth service is going to have a token or not. Now, when the user is successfully logged in, right? So we are actually setting the token and the username. Right. So in the auth interceptor, we are just checking whether the token is present or not. If the token is present, then probably we are going to set the headers with the authorization header as bearer and the token value. And we are going to pass the respective service by using next.handle of clone request. So whenever we actually make this particular step, and it is going to make a call to our authentication filter of the API gateway because this is a filter which has been applied for the restaurant service, payment service, and the order service. Can you see this over here? See, for the restaurant service, authentication filter is applied. And for the payment service, authentication filter is applied. And for the order service, authentication filter is applied. Okay. So for all these services, authentication is really required because we cannot hit the payment service or the order service or even the restaurant service if we are not going to have the user logged in. Okay. So now this authentication filter checks if the headers are going to contain the authorization or not. If the headers are going to contain the authorization, then probably we have received the valid token. And here we are actually making a call to the validate token mechanism. So here we are actually calling the validate token method of the authentication proxy, which is this one. And here we are actually making a call to the user service, users validate, and we are passing a token. So here it actually calls the user service, the validate API for validating the token. So here it actually calls this validate method by passing the token. And here we are actually validating the token by using the public key of the application, okay, the public certificate. So it actually returns true or false. This is what we are actually capturing over here, and this is what it is going to return from here. And if you just see it over here, right? So here the validate token is actually returning true. So it is actually going to return true, and then it is going to apply a filter mechanism to this particular exchange. So what it actually does, so here it is never going to come over here, right? So if the response is successful, then probably it is going to say return chain.filter of exchange. That means this filter is successfully authenticated. So whatever the filter that you have applied at the API gateway level, so pass to the respective. So this is the one, right? So this is the one, pass to the respective restaurant service API call. And this is a authenticated user. I have actually authenticated it. So when this filter is going to return true, then probably it is going to make a call to the restaurant service saying that user is successfully logged in. Okay, so this is what you need to know from the API gateway level of perspective. So that's the reason whenever we actually log in successfully, right? So we are going to receive a successful response over here, and then we are going to set the token, and then we are going to set the username also, because this username will be retrieved, later in the order retrieval stage. I'll let you know about that. Okay, and it is going to navigate the users to the restaurants. So how this route is actually protected, if you just see this app module.ts. So if you just see it over here, so there is something called, providers. In the providers, you need to use this provide of HTTP interceptors, use class, which is a auth interceptor, and multi-true. So this interceptor can be used for multiple components. So that's the reason it is multi-true. Okay, got it? So not only for restaurant component, we are using it for restaurant list component, restaurant menu component, and restaurant component itself. Okay, so that's the specific purpose of this particular use case. Got it? So now let me close this, and then probably I will just open the auth service.ts again. So what I have done in the logout, right? So in the logout, whenever I click on sign out or logout, so we are actually removing the item, that means the token, which has been set a part of the local storage itself, right? So probably if the user is successfully logged in, then probably we are going to set the token and the username. And if the user is successfully logged out, then probably we are going to set or remove the token from the local storage. This is what the mechanism that it is going to have. Okay. So now what happens over here, right? So let me close this auth interceptor and let me go to this uh, dashboard. And here in the dashboard, not in the dashboard, I just wanted to show that app module.ts where I have applied a guard routing, right? So here you can see that there is a auth guard, right? So what is it? What is this auth guard is actually meant over here, right? So this auth guard is actually going to return true or false based upon this auth service, right? So here, since this is a function, so auth guard is a function, so we can actually use a class also for auth guard, but that is applied only before Angular 16 version. But from Angular 16 version, everything is a function. So auth guard is also a function. Whenever you generate this command, ng g auth, right? So it is going to generate this particular class for you. ng generate God. So whenever you apply this command, it will, it will give you this particular code. Except this, instead of this, it will be having like this. Okay. So here what I have done, instead of returning true or false, I have actually used the auth service. So there is a inject function applied from the Angular core package. So what it actually does, so we can actually use a constructor inside a class, but we cannot use constructor inside a function. This is a function, right? So functions are not eligible to, allow a developer to write a constructor. So constructors are only applicable to a class. So that's the reason they have actually given this inject in order to inject the service instead of doing like this. Right? If this is a class, we will be able to do like this. Sorry, it's auth service, right? Okay. So we are going to write like this if this is a class, but this is applicable only for the class components, not for the functional components, right? So if it is a function, then probably we can actually use this inject of auth service to do the constructor injection in order to initialize this service. And then probably we can check is logged in is true or false. That means if the person is already logged in, the get token will never be null, right? So whenever the user is logged in, right? So here, this login component, it is actually doing login. And once it receives a response, we are going to subscribe it, and then we are going to set the token. So once the user is all logged in, then probably we are going to set the token. So here in the auth service, whenever we actually see this is logged in, so this dot get token is not equal to null. That means if the set token is called, then probably this get token will never be null, correct? So until the user is successfully logged out, unless we remove the item, the token key from the local storage, it is not going to allow the user to log in. And this is what we are exactly using inside this app routing module to protect the dashboard routing. So let's say I just wanted to log out now. Okay, I have already logged out. So now if I just wanted to access this dashboard restaurants, see what happens over here is again redirecting the user to the login page, correct? So now, if I just remove this, now let's see what happens. Okay. Yeah. So now we have actually applied a filter for the API gateway that it has to pass the token also. Now, let's say I just wanted to pass this. See, this is still not working because this is going to expect a token for us. So if you just see it over here, can you see this? See, no service available, and I just wanted to make a call. So here received request, but it is not able to proceed because this restaurant service is expecting the user to pass a bearer token where the authentication filter is checking for a bearer token, right? So otherwise it is not going to allow the user to log into the portal. So now what happens? So I just wanted to remove that card and then you can actually proceed with this. Okay. Just wanted to log in again. This is the overall idea. Okay. So now, if I just add, two items, I can actually go from here from the bottom. This is just a snack bar. You can actually add it. Okay. So this snack bar is basically from the Angular material. This is very simple to add. So here you can actually add it to the bottom. You can actually add it to the left or right. So here it is the bottom, it is top. So pool party. So it can come over here. Start, center, middle, so wherever you want. If you just mention it in the bottom, then probably it is going to come into the bottom. So whatever the style that you like, you can actually uh, see here. That's all. So this is stack one. So this is what I have exactly, applied over here. And you have some mechanisms in the, the restaurant menu component. So here you have something called, the add to cart, right? So here we are actually passing the menu and the restaurant ID in order to see which menu is from which restaurant ID, right? So we need to pass the restaurant ID information also along with that. So here we are actually adding, the plus and minus, and then we are going to make a add to cart in the service also, where it is actually going to, use some existing uh, functionalities of ES6 features, and then it is going to append the existing items to the current items. So you can actually see this mechanism, increase quantity. So this is just a plus and minus related operations. And then probably you can increase the quantity and also decrease the quantity. Okay. 1 second, guys. Okay. So here you can actually, see the increase quantity, decrease quantity, update total price, and all these kind of things. Basically, they are mathematical operations. You can just go through the methods which are already there over here and ask me if you have any concerns. Okay. Yeah. The only interested thing that I just wanted to focus right now. So if you just see this mechanism, I just have this user page where there is a checkout option, right? So probably what I just wanted to do over here, when I click on checkout, nothing is happening, correct? So if you just see it over here, I have a Razorpay account. I can actually log into this Razorpay. A Razorpay account will not take that much of time. Sorry. You can actually register it with your Gmail so that it will be easy for everyone to actually log in. And here, basically what you will be having is the account settings. And here you have something called, the merchant ID, the two-step verification, all this kind of things. And if you just go to this account and settings, you will be having something called API keys. Okay. So right now I'm in a test mode. So probably this is the API key that I have to use it, right? So probably I will just copy this right now and I will paste it over here. And this is the API key that you need to use it to make a Razorpay from your Hunger Savior portal. Okay. Now what I just wanted to do, when I click on this checkout, so this checkout is a part of the cart component. So let me open the cart component first. So here I just wanted to use this pay now. If you just go to the cart.component, so here we have something called a checkout. Okay. This checkout is actually making a call to our pay now. So let me log in and see whether this is called or not. Okay. So let me go to the cart and then probably I will just open the console. Checkout. Pay now function called. So now what I just wanted to do, I just wanted to do some couple of things from my side. So I just wanted to do a Razor API payment gateway. So how I can integrate? So here, what I can simply do, I can actually add some JavaScript. So probably I'll just Razor Pay. So here, I just wanted to use this JavaScript function. And here, I just wanted to define some couple of things. The description. So first, let me import the Razor Pay. So what I can simply do. So here I have actually used this declare var Razor Pay of any. So probably what I can simply do now, I can simply go and define the respective attributes required for this Razor Pay. Okay. So let me use this description. And then I just wanted to add a currency as INR. So I need to declare the currency as INR and amount. This dot, there is a total price, total card price. And then I just wanted to give the name. So why 100? Because the amount will be treated as, with dot. So we need to multiply into 100 so that it will give you the actual amount. Otherwise, it is going to give you, let's say if the price is 460, then probably it is going to say it as 0.46. So we need to calculate that with into 100. And that is the default mechanism for the payment API gateway of the Razor. Okay. So here I just wanted to define it as hunger savior. And then probably here we need to define the key which I have copied, right? So this API key, we'll paste it over here. And then I just have to give one image. So the image, so let's say have one already encrypted one, right? So encrypted. There's the one I need. Just use the same image over here. And after this image, let's say I just wanted to pre-fill something before showing that. So you'll understand everything about this. It's a very simple JavaScript that you need to. So Srinivas Basha. And then I just wanted to use an email. And here we can actually get the email from this dot local storage. Will not come over here. So we need to use the auth service dot get username. So right now I just wanted to hard code it. So you can actually get it like that. So gmail.com and phone is for doing the UPI payments also. Okay. And then probably I just wanted to use a theme, the coloring of the API gateway. So only the color I need. So I just wanted to use this color. So 14213D. So, and then probably I just wanted to, everyone knows about model. Model is a pop-up window. Okay. So I just wanted to use this. So when you use model, then probably there is something called on dismiss function. So you can actually use this function console.log dismissed. Okay. So now we are done with the pay. And then probably what I just wanted to do, I'll just go to this one, the cart, and then probably I just wanted to check out, but nothing is happening, right? So I forgot one thing to include. So if you just go to this index.html page, so I need to include one link tag over here, not the link tag. Basically, it's a script tag. So probably I just wanted to use a script tag. And here I just wanted to give the source as https :/checkout dot razorpay.com /v1 /checkout.js, and then it has to be async. Async means it has to wait for the request and for the response without making further subsequent calls, right? So this is the script that we need. And if I just go to this one, if I just go to our page over here, okay, I have actually replaced this index.html, right? So I need to restart my application and serve. Okay. Now I'll just go to the cart. So in the cart, the items will be there. But if I click on this checkout, so nothing is happening again. So I need to do some couple of changes over here. So here in the cart component.ts, if I just go back to this, so after this JavaScript function, right? So what I need to do, I just wanted to, define the Razorpay handler. So let me use this Razorpay options. And there is something called a handler. Okay. And here, I just wanted to use a callback. So this Callback is basically, we just have to define the successful handlers and the failure handlers. So, but before that, what I just wanted to do, right? So I just wanted to define constant Razor Pay equal to new Razor Pay. And I just wanted to pass the Razor Pay options, which we have defined as in the JavaScript functions. And then probably I just wanted to use this Razor Pay dot open. Okay. So let's say I have actually used this, and then probably I will just go to this back, and then if I just click on this, I can actually see that we have actually got this logo from this particular designs. Can you see this? This is the image, and this is the name that we have given. So if you just say something like Hunger Savior Portal, right? So it is actually going to give that for you inside this one. So this is Hunger Savior Portal now. Okay. So whatever you give over here, that will be displayed on the top of the Hunger Savior Portal menu. Okay, the pop-up window. So how it is actually opening. So this is a complete JavaScript function that I have used, and this is a color. So if you just wanted to use this, you know, what do you say, a black. So let me use some coloring. And then let's go to the cart and then check out. So you are going to see that as a black. Okay. So I don't want to use that. So I just wanted to go with this theme approach so that it is going to change the color. That's it. Okay. Now, if I just click on the checkout, then probably you're going to see that they're going to have hell lot of options over here. But if I just select on any of the cards over here, right? So let's say if I just wanted to click on this card. So if you just go to this Razor Pay, the Razor Pay test cards. Yeah. So here we are going to have, yeah, this one. So this is a Visa card and this is a MasterCard. So random CVV, any future date has to be given. So I just wanted to copy this and I just wanted to paste it over here. So I just wanted to give it over here. And then any expiry, any future dates expiries are required. So you can actually give whatever you want. And now if I just pay now, pay without saving the card. So you can actually enter some random OTP over here, but in real time, you will be getting something. So here, if I just submit it over here, right? After submitting it, we have not written any code from our side in order to do a checkout, correct? So what I need to do now, right? So if I just go back to this particular function, I need to have two. I just wanted to have some success callback for now. So I just wanted to do constant callback. And then I just wanted to, get the payment ID. So if you just see this right now, so I just wanted to use a payment ID of any, and I just wanted to have a console.log over here, console.log. payment ID. Okay. So now I have this. So where is this arrow? Arrow function it is. Yeah. So now I just wanted to append this to the existing Razor Pay. So what I just wanted to do. So before this, Razor Pay options of handler. So what I'm just doing to the JavaScript, I'm appending this handler. So what is the handler that we have? It's a callback. It's a callback function dot. We need to bind the response of the callback to this Razor Pay options handler. Okay. So bind of this. So once we do this, right? So once we do this, then probably what we are going to do, we are just going to see whether our payment is getting logged into the console or not. Let's see that right now. So let me go to this one and let me go to this card and let's type. Give whatever the OTP that you want. Now, if you just see the console, right? So you can see the console. This is a payment ID. This is a payment ID, which we used to call it as a transaction ID. Okay. So now we are going to get the successful transaction ID from the Azure Payment API Gateway. Now, I just wanted to do some things over here, right? So first of all, what I just wanted to do, if I just go to this Razor Pay, this is a successful callback. Now there has to be a error callback also, right? So what I need to do, I just wanted to, so I just wanted to define as the constant error callback. Here, I just wanted to make it as error, any arrow, and this is the one. So now what I just wanted to save console.log. Please return. Okay, fine. So now I just wanted to go to this, go to the cart again, just do a checkout. And if you don't want to make a simple OTP related thing, then probably you can actually do a success or payment. Let's say I just wanted to log in this failure, right? So probably, can you see this? So there is no error callback being called over here. Retry with other payment methods. But if I just go back and cancel this over here, see, this dismissed is actually kept over here in this JavaScript function. On dismiss. On dismiss means this one. That means if you are not going to proceed with the payment, we have just displayed a model on dismiss. So whenever we are clicking on cancel button, right? So checkout. And if you just wanted to click on this sign out, that means cancel. So there is a popped up window. So this popped up window is coming due to this model mechanism. Got it? So, and this error callback will be called whenever there is a payment failure. Okay, so probably I just wanted to remove this because we are not handling any failed payments and that is not the objective. Okay. So I just wanted to make an API call for the payment. So for this, I just wanted to prepare some data for this one. So what I just wanted to do, so first of all, I just wanted to go to this one. So call payments service with order data. So first of all, what I just wanted to do, right? So I don't want to log it to the console later. In the later point of time, I will just remove this. But right now, what I just wanted to do, right? So let me go to this one. I have something called order.ts, right? So here I have username, amount paid, transaction ID. The same kind of thing which we have already designed for our payment service. So if you just go to the payment service, so for creating a payment, we have something called a order detail. So here to this, we need to pass the transaction ID, the username, and the amount paid also. Okay. So what we need to do from the card component.ts, I just wanted to prepare const order. I just wanted to use this existing order. And here I just wanted to use username. And this username will come from the auth service. Auth service dot get username. And then probably I just have to use a transaction ID, which is payment ID dot. This is the one, right? So Razor T underscore payment underscore ID. Okay. And then I need to use this dot. So I need to use the total price, total card price. That's it. And once we have this order data, we need to use a HTTP client. So this dot HTTP client dot. So after this successful preparation of this callback, right? So probably uh, I need to use this inside this one. Okay. So I need to make a post call. So post HTTP localhost 8765. And this is the one that I was looking into. So the root is enough to give. So this is payments. Okay. If it is having payments in the first part of the URL, then it is going to forward the request to the payment service. And this is a part of authentication filter. So the user is already logged in. So the get token will always return the token from the HTTP interceptor. There's no, so we don't have to, make the changes every time. That's the purpose of, that's the purpose of using API gateway payments. And then I just wanted to uh, order. That's it, right? And then probably, and here I just wanted to subscribe. And I will just use this next. The value as console.log. I just wanted to do. You can also use a snack bar also for this payment done successfully. Okay. So now, what I just wanted to do. So once we are done with this call, right? So we need to make one more thing. So this dot cart items equal to empty array. And then this dot cart service dot clear cart. So you can actually see these functions. These are very simple to understand. We have just used ES6 features only. So destructuring, right? Arrays pushing, and then probably we are going to use the native methods of the existing arrays. That's it. Okay. So once we do this, let's see what happens. I just have to, call this. I just have to start the payment service and the order service also. Let me start the payment service. And no changes are required in the payment service or the order service, because once the payment is done, the related payment details will be there inside the payments table, and then the related details of the order will also be there inside the orders table. Okay. I'll just start this order service application also. Okay. So all the services has been started. There are totally 6 services. And now I just wanted to go to this one. And I just wanted to go to this cart service also. And I just wanted to do a checkout. And let's proceed with the card. So whatever you want to type, you can type. But here, what it is going to say that. So once we actually submit, yeah, it's actually going to insert the data, and then probably no items in the cart. And you can see that the order service, there is a insert order, and there is a insert into payments also. Let me see what is there inside the database. And there's the orders batch 2, payments batch 2. See, the username is there, the transaction date and time is there, the payment transaction ID is there, payment is success, and this is a payment ID. And this is the orders batch 2. See, the same transaction ID, which we have seen in the payments. See here. Okay. And the order ID is there. Amount paid is this one. Order created date and time. This is the transaction ID. Order status as delivered. That's it. Okay. So this is what we have done totally. And we have this application. But for the order scales also, we need to design a mechanism to display a table to show the list of orders along with the statuses. Okay. So for now, what I just wanted to do, I just wanted to stop each and every application, and I just wanted to give this whole zip to everyone so that they can start using the services from their side. Okay. So let me stop this. Close all. And let me go to this one. And let me create two more options. I'll just create this two zips. Okay, sorry. I just wanted to cancel it because this has this node modules. Probably I will just use this backend. So maybe it was open, right? So I just wanted to close it out. Okay. So thumbs up, add it to the zip. So I'll go to the Telegram app. Okay. Let it complete. Okay. So okay. So you can actually take the existing application and you can actually do whatever you want and just go through the add to cart, remove from cart, right? So update existing cart items or whatever the functionalities that you do have. Those are basic mathematical operations. You just have to understand it from your side, and then probably you can proceed with. Okay. So probably we have to design the order screen in order to show the list of orders by using Angular material table. Okay. So maybe that we will be doing in the next step. So probably just go through the application and let me know if you have any concerns. Okay. So have a great day and happy learning. I'll meet you tomorrow at the same time. Bye.